Again?
Yep, ready.
Jeez, okay.
Mm.
I'm just gonna interview you.
That's it.
Okay.
Right, try again.
Right.
You
Okay.
can always apologise.
Yeah, okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
6.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Robin here from Solidarity.fm. We are now in Twickenham on an island on the middle of the Thames River. And today we're going to be interviewing an extraordinary person. His name is Sir Trevor Bayliss? Or
No, Trevor Bayliss.
just Trevor. Trevor Bayliss is an inventor. And today it's his 80th birthday 80th birthday commemoration.
Yeah.
And Trevor has been living on this little island in the Thames River for how many years now?
Well, I built my house here in 1970.
1970. Wow. And he's got a very interesting story to tell. Trevor is actually an inventor, and he was inspired to invent a wind-up radio in 1994 as a result of watching a program about AIDS. Is that correct?
That's right.
What actually inspired you to actually invent a radio? Normally people would think, oh, that's AIDS, maybe I'll invent a new medicine, but why a radio?
Well, there's an expression, chance favours the prepared mind. I was watching the telly one day, and I could have been watching Come Dancing or The Golden Shot or something.
Yeah.
But I was watching a program about the spread of HIV/AIDS in Africa.
Yeah.
And they said the only way it could be stopped was through education.
Right.
And the best way to educate people was using the radio, but there was a problem.
What?
Most of Africa didn't have electricity, or batteries were horrendously expensive.
That's right. 70 million people are living off the grid.
Yeah, so I thought to myself, hang on. And then I live on this delightful island, and I've got a workshop which is a graveyard of 1,000 domestic appliances. And basically, what I did, I thought about this, and I came out into this workshop, and I had a hand brace, which I'll show you in a moment,
Yeah.
and a 6-volt DC motor, which I put in the truck.
Yeah.
And I joined 2 wires to the back of a cheap transistor radio,
Mm-hmm.
and I turned the handle, and I got the first spark of sound. And that was within half an hour of me listening or watching that program on television.
Incredible.
And
you apparently you have a man of many talents. Not only are you a serial inventor, but also I believe you were also in your earlier days you were a stuntman.
Yes, I've always followed my heart, you know. I was
Is that your philosophy of life? To follow
Yeah,
your heart?
right, yeah. And ironically, I know it sounds daft, life's not about money. I mean, all right.
We need
You
it.
don't work, you don't eat. But the
Exactly.
important thing from my point of view is what gives you a buzz.
Yeah.
So I've always worked from home.
Yeah.
And fortunately for me, I installed, would you believe, over 250 swimming pools in schools throughout
Wow.
the country and all over the place.
You installed
Because
250
installed swimming pools. Yeah, I
Oh.
designed this freestanding swimming pool, which would go together like a Meccano set, if you like,
Yeah.
bolted up. And I installed these all over the place. But the reason for that is because when I was a lad, I swam for Great Britain, Middlesex, Southern counties, and I used to be a show-off, I suppose, showman. I used
Yeah.
to love gymnastics and diving, crazy diving. And by this time, I was an engineer, because during the war, when every night was firework night, the schools were all closed.
Right.
And I stayed at home with mum and dad. My father had a reserved occupation, and we used to sleep under the stairs as the bombs were coming down.
Yeah.
Well, God bless him, my father taught me how to use a Meccano set when I
Right.
was 4 or 5. So by the time I was 6, I was an engineer,
How about
because
that?
I understood the difference between nuts, bolts, screws, washers, spanners. What's that, Dad?
Wow.
You know,
Incredible.
Right.
and that stays with you all your life.
So it was actually a Meccano set that actually helped to inspire
Yeah, oh
your
yes.
passion.
Well, hands-on.
Yeah.
You see, it seems now, in a lot of cases, a lot of kids don't even know how to drive a nail into a bit of wood.
That's true.
And it's even
exactly.
strange, even in recent times. I mean, I'm a very lucky boy because of what I've done. I made about 300 products for the disabled. I've got them in the workshop, but that's another matter.
What is your? I mean, what is your secret to inventing stuff? I mean, our radio station is about creating self-empowered culture amongst people who feel disempowered with their circumstances or their conditions. Or
Yeah.
what advice can you give to that next generation
Well, I think
of inventors that want to empower themselves?
First things first, all students throughout the world should be taught about intellectual property.
Yeah.
What's that they say? Huh? And what they tend to do is go down the pub or club, tell everybody about it, and once they've disclosed it, they cannot protect it. Now, the trouble is, most inventors that I know of die in poverty. And the reason why is because you come up with a great idea,
Yeah.
a really good idea, and then some huge Monsanto-like corporation nicks it from you. They've got 75 lawyers, you've only got one. Now you've got to find £1 million a day to take them to court because they've
It's
just made
impossible.
some small modification.
Yeah.
So we have to recognise invention as being absolutely essential. I believe that art is pleasure, invention is treasure.
Art is pleasure, invention is treasure.
Well, it is. I mean, you ask yourself another thing. A Van Gogh painting might cost you, what, £7-8 million?
Oh, at least.
Right?
Maybe
At
even
least,
50
right?
million. Yeah.
Well, that's peanuts compared with the value of a paperclip.
True.
We've all got a paperclip. Billions and billions and billions of paperclips. But none of us know who invented or created it.
Yeah.
And did that person make a few bob? No,
We don't know.
we don't know. But there are people that you're not aware of. Ever heard of Mary Anderson?
Who?
Mary Anderson.
Mary Anderson. Not offhand, no.
Look her up. This was in the about 1910 or thereabouts. She was a middle-aged lady, and she was a brilliant woman because she invented a thing you might have heard of called a windscreen wiper.
Okay. A
See?
windscreen wiper.
Now, who knew that? You see?
Nobody knows.
No, but the thing is, did she
But-
make any money about it? And nobody knew about it. Now,
Yeah.
if you're not going to give credit to those people who can change all our lives, both socially and commercially, then why invent?
Exactly.
And that's what that's what it's about.
Yeah. And over the years, I mean, you've managed to sustain yourself and create a name for yourself, and even been knighted by the Queen, all over the British Empire. I mean, how did you feel about getting an OBE? Because I mean, like John Lennon
Well,
said,
I'm a lucky boy. I got an OBE and a CBE, but
yeah,
one of the best days of my life, which you should see. My girlfriend at the time, and there's been a girlfriend of mine for 45 years.
yeah,
She said to me one day, I got my OB in the morning, and on the way back she said, Trev, isn't it time you wrote a book, you see? And I said, oh, I don't know about that. She said, yeah, you can do it, she said. I'll tell you what, she said, I'll phone all our friends and see if they will help. I said, yeah, all right. Thought no more about it. What I didn't know is she was setting me up for This Is Your Life. And then when I went on the set, I saw all my old friends there, and I literally had tears in my eyes, and it was absolutely wonderful. And then, to see all these people, well, you see just how lucky you were.
yeah. And they basically they basically set you up to sort of to sort of give you some kind of sort of encouragement or
Well, I think the most important thing is